was one of the most mysterious cases of its time. A man found lying peacefully against a wall on the beaches of Somerton, Australia, was discovered to be dead early in the morning. Never identified, he carried only a few items. One of them was a small scrap of paper bearing the words tamam, shud, which is Persian for ended or finished. The paper was found out of a book called the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Eventually, authorities were able to recover the copy of the book that it had been torn out of. What they found were indentations of handwriting on the back cover, as though it had been used as a hard surface for a piece of paper to be written on. When they traced these indentations, they found a local phone number and a cryptic code. Over the years, many cryptographers, internet detectives, and armchair sleuths have attempted to crack the code. And I think I solved it. Well, part of it. I wasn't able to decode the whole thing. Let me explain. A long time ago, I was goofing around with the code. I wanted to see what I could do with my very limited decoding skills. And so I ran it through a code cipher. Except I was too lazy to actually make a code cipher, so I just did this. Which in the end turned out to actually be more difficult than making a code cipher, but that's not the point. After this, I ran every version of the code through Google Translate with every possible language until I got a hit. What I was left with was the first piece of the code, which when translated into Uzbek with the spacing changed, read access control and interruptions. I was satisfied with that. I walked away and I didn't really think anything else of it. Until just recently, I decided that I was going to make a video about the Somerton Man. And I was going over through my old notes on the code, trying to see what I had been thinking, because I wanted to talk about that. What I found was I couldn't really understand anything that I had been saying about the code. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote down those notes, and I couldn't figure out how I got the code that I got. So I backtracked to the point where I did understand what had been happening. I had taken every variation of the code that resembled a known language in Google Translate and written them out. Had about 4 or 5 of them. And so I took each of those and I ran through the Google Translate again, this time in Uzbek, the language that worked before, to see what I could get. After playing with the spacing on each one, I got something that honestly really creeps me out. 2 of my codes translated into actual sentences, and they read, 6 times a year, the line is clear. They even rhyme. It's like they're meant to go together. Part of me really hopes that this comes out to be a cryptic poem that leads to like a hidden treasure, and the other part of me wants me to delete all of these files forever and never talk about them again. I'm not quite sure what this means, and as of today that's all of it that I've managed to decode, but I'm going to keep working on it and see what I can come up with. If anyone has any leads on this or cracks the code before me, email me at meganerdstudiosofficial@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more mysteries like this one. See you guys next time.
But stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be.